Well, g'day everybody. It is a cold Melbourne winter's night and we all think about boat racing, summer sport, and it all goes on and the guys all just turn up with these beautiful boats and they go racing. Well, it doesn't quite work that way. I'm down here at the GP1 Headquarters and it's an absolute honour to be invited down here tonight into the inner sanctum, and I'm here with my old mate Grant Harrison, who's not dressed in the pristine white race suit tonight, mate. You're in the work clothes and you're working hard on the boat, but tell us what goes on, because this is really where all the magic happens, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, Bisho, and you're right, I'm not dressed up real well, am I? But after hours we do work in our race boat. GP1 just does not turn up on the race day and look as good as it does, because it's nights like this when it's 6 degrees outside, it's cold, it was raining here before. We do work after hours to make our boat the boat that it is.
Tell us a little bit about what goes on. I mean, you've got an array of engines over there, and we might have a look at those a little bit later on, but you've got Tara here, you've got Scotty working, it's a Wednesday night thing for you guys. You are still an amateur sports team, of course.
Oh, we absolutely are amateur. We do the best we can for what we got, but there's no paid people on our team. We're very gracious of Tara and Scotty and Morrow and PC and my father Keith, who runs the show, and Jeff Sheldrake. They're the guys that help put this deal together. So yeah, Wednesday nights, our working bee nights when I'm in town. Sometimes it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes it's all week, and sometimes we don't work at all. There's no real set schedule. But yeah, over the winter, it's winter time now, so we've got to get ourselves ready. We're not to race and get ourselves ready in the last month where mistakes happen. We want to try and be ready a month out before the season starts. It doesn't always work like that. It does tend to be the week before you're putting things together. But yeah, we're putting everything back together now for next season.
Yeah, I look around the shop and I see, and it's really interesting. You guys don't just pay guys to do the work for you. You don't just farm everything out. A lot of the work you guys are doing here is stuff that you do yourselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're very proud of that. As I said to about the guys earlier, my father Keith and Jeff Sheldrake, they put the motors together. They designed that side of the package for us. It comes down to myself, Glenn, Tara, PC, Scotty, who comes down here, and then we assemble everything there ourselves. So yeah, we take pride in the fact that what we race is what we build. We've been successful over the years. We hope to continue to be successful while we're doing it. But the off season, the engines get taken out, they get pulled apart. My father Keith checks them over, even if things aren't broken. But if they've been running 2 or 3 years, a set of valve springs, he will change the valve springs. We'll look at the blower, we'll reline the blower, the Teflon in the blower. We do all that ourselves. Yes, we might send it out to, say, Bobby Fisher to do the Teflon lining, but we unbolt it, bolt it, put it all back together ourselves. Trailer maintenance, that was the thing last week, trailer maintenance. Wheel bearings, climbing underneath it. We talk about the hydraulic ram, oil and grime and everything you don't want to talk about. We do all that as well. So, yeah, while you might see us on a podium from time to time, we're also here in the shed working away, doing the hard yards to hopefully keep us successful.
Mate, I see you on the podium more than time to time, but tell us what the focus is for this season. Obviously, Griffith Cups are very important to you guys. There's a lot of other stuff that you'll be looking at as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, as most guys know, the GP1 crew, we run 2 boats now. We run the big Grand Prix boat in the Grand Prix class, and we run our stock standard 1.6 litre Ozlite Hydro. Last year we didn't win the Australian crown. We did miss a round, so that didn't help us, but at the end of the day, you've got to go to win it, and we came second, and we don't like coming second. So this year we want to try and win that championship back from Mike Smith from Adelaide. He did a great job, and great congratulations to Smitty. We want to try and win a Griffith Cup back again. Of course we do, but again, every race we enter, Bish, we go there with the aim of winning, not coming second, not coming third. If we do, good luck to the guys that beat us. That's what racing is we race to win. The engine's out, they're being maintained now. The cockpit behind you'll see there, I'm doing a bit of work on the cockpit, just checking all the steering, checking all the cables, making sure nothing's coming loose, making sure nothing's corroding, putting it all back together. So the cockpit we want finished, say, in the next 4 weeks, and we could finish it in 2 days if we had to. But we want to do it slowly, methodically, and make sure it's right. We'll check all the canards, we're checking the hull. If there's any delamination or anything like that on the hull, we want to find that out now, not after the first race meeting. So there's nothing wrong with the hull, that's spot on, we've done that. So I think within probably 4 weeks, we'll have the boat back on the trailer. After that, the engine will be back in the boat, and all things going well, we'll be ready mid-September for this season.
Mate, a couple of things. Of course, your club, your Melbourne Runabout and Speedboat Club, out here at Melton, and we're here at the Melton Motor Group as well. Tell us a little bit about the club, how that's going, because obviously water levels have been a little bit of an issue, and what's going on with Griffith Cup. Where's that going to be run?
Yeah, well, I can tell you about the MRSBC, the Melbourne Runabout Speedboat Club. Yep, it's at 60% full now, the weir. So we're looking good to run our February spectacular, the Gold Cup. Hopefully it still keeps raining and it'll keep filling. So the weir's filling at the moment, so things are looking good for a Gold Cup at Melton in February. The club hopefully is going to run a couple of club races this year. which will be good for our little hydro, to go there and have a bit of club racing at a club that's 10 minutes from where we're talking now. The Grewis Cup's another story. They ran last year at the Mulwala Water Ski Club. I thought it was quite a good event for such a short time put together. It was reasonably professional for what it was done. It was quite good. This year there's stories that, unfortunately Epiloc is low. The APBA National have not had their annual meeting, so there is no set date for the Grewis Cup. Though I am hearing rumours, and we might be letting the cat out of the bag, but they are only rumours that the St George Motorboat Club are going to be trying to host it for their 100th year celebrations. And I do believe there's going to be big prize money, big promotion about it. And if that's the case, that's great. As our GP1 team says, we'll race anywhere, but we like to make sure our sport is promoted correctly to try and get out to the people to see that this is a fairly exciting motorsport.
Yeah, I think too, just talking about GP hydros just for a moment, there is a lot of GP hydros, but there are a lot of them parked up in sheds. We don't really see too many of them come out. And I guess for the people at home, they know on Bisho Media, I'm always promoting the fact that we love the fact that you guys come out. You know, if there's two boats racing in a pond, you'll be there. What do we need to do to get these guys out and racing?
If I knew, I could say, look, at the end of the day, I think, there's a lot of people that they'll buy these boats and say, I own a GP, and they're quite content to say that. And there's a lot of doers. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. And there are a few people who have gone out and done it and have done well, but they're not racing all the time, unfortunately, to give us the competition. This year's looking a little bit stronger. There are a couple of boats over there that have changed hands. There's a couple of boats that ran late last year that I hope will race more than once this year. But we hear that rumour for 4 or 5 years that it's going to be stronger, So I'm not going to make any predictions. All we can say to the fans out there is that GP1's going to be back out there again. We're going to have a crack. Whether we do it as a full season, Bish, there may be a few meetings we do drop. We might just concentrate on the little 1.6 this year. But at the end of the day, the Grewis Cup is an aim for us. We like it. It is the most prestigious trophy in the Southern Hemisphere. And we've got our name on it a couple of times, so it'd be nice to get it one more time before we finish our career.
Mate, I think you're a little while before the career finishes out. The 1.6 is almost the opposite to what we've just been talking about with the GPs. You know, you've got great fields of boats at the moment.
It is, and it's only getting stronger. Look, I've got a couple other 1.6s for sale, and again, if someone makes me a reasonable offer for our current one, we might sell that and finish off one of the other 2 boats that we've got. Melton Toyota 86, that's complete and running, and I don't really want to sell it because it's a lot of fun and it's so easy. The maintenance is very, very minimal. Myself, Tara and PC go away to a race meeting and we just put 10 litres of petrol in it for the weekend, and we don't have to crack test props, we don't have to crack test rudders, we're not checking leak downs, we're not checking valves, we're not checking that. We just park it, go out and race again in half an hour. It's just fun and it's easy. So we've got 2 of those other ones, but there are a couple other boats coming out this season. So hopefully we've got a field of 6 or 7 Oz Lights. Hopefully we get a 4-round series to take our circus, if you like, around the country, maybe to Adelaide, maybe to Taree, maybe a couple of times here in Victoria. Who knows what's going to happen? We're waiting for the APBA AGM, as I said earlier. That's going to be, I think it's mid-August or a couple of weeks away now before we know what happens. But yeah, we'll be out running both boats and having fun as we always do.
Mate, it's awesome. I love it. Just for those of you that haven't watched the 1.6 racing, we've got a couple of ladies out there, haven't we? Jasmine Frankovic and, of course, Natasha Heffernan running around there. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Dewey Nichols out there running around as well. It's just a really good mix of blokes. And, of course, the man that you mentioned, current champion, Mikey Smith's a ripper, isn't he?
He is. And look, Mikey's right up there with us. A lot of people say, yeah, we've got the latest Ron Jones USA carbon fibre hull. Mike Smith's got the Ron Jones design boat from, I think, 20 or 30 years ago that Stevie Scott helped build and then took a mould off and flopped it out. And that boat is just as fast as our boat. So real credit to Mike. And I've had some of my best racing last year with Mike in the little boat. Just had a ball, had a laugh. We've raced close. And when we're finished, we'll shake hands and wish each other the best for the next race. Young Dewey, I think Dewey needs to find a sponsor to help him get into one of my little boats to help bring it up the field, because he's a good little driver, just needs a good boat under him. And yeah, he's doing great for a boat that's 40, probably coming on 50 years old. Yeah, young Jazzy, she's great. She's 18 years of age, came through the junior ranks, and they didn't have juniors in my day. No. So she learns how to drive a boat, and I've had her sitting in our little boat, and I know her dream one day is to race a boat like ours. So hopefully that can prevail for her. And yeah, Tash Heffernan, another girl, an ex-Australian champion, that little boat, Little Terror. So yeah, it's good fun racing the girls. I don't give them an inch. They don't give an inch. And once you're out there in the water, who cares? It's boy or girl. It's all races, and all gloves are off, and first man to the line wins.
Well, mate, we love watching your race. I say it all the time. I'd really enjoy watching the Harrisons come to a race meeting because you know you're going to get professionalism. You know you're going to get to talk to you as a commentator. You always make yourself available, mate. So we really do love it. And thank you so much for inviting me down into the inner sanctum tonight. And good luck for the upcoming season.